How's it going, everybody? This is DeanoGTO, and today we're going to be taking a look at why the T-44 is such a fantastic vehicle. So, you might be noticing, this is not exactly a T-44, it is a T-44-100. However, if you look at the stats, they're almost exactly the same tank. Like, every single stat is almost exactly the same. I think this thing has like 0.01 faster aiming time or something like that there. It's like a tiny difference, and that's like the only difference there is. And this thing I think is a little bit slower accelerating overall, once you take into account the extra weight of the side skirts and the what was the other thing as well? The slightly worse ground resistances thanks to being a premium vehicle instead of being a normal vehicle. So this vehicle here, you're going to see why I usually think of this thing as a heavy tank rather than a medium tank. So it can do both jobs immensely well. It is an incredible tank and I love the gun. The 100mm 190 pound gun on this tank is it's as close to perfection as you can get on a medium tank at tier 8. Like, it is incredible. And also this Aero 44 just casually drove into me, and the one good thing about that there is, because he drove into me, I noticed this T20 just kind of hanging out up here. I was 100% convinced he was going to cliff dive somebody, but he never even attempts it. He just kind of starts slowly turning around, and I just go like, okay, if he's going to show me his ass, then I'm going to just finish him off as well. I'm ignoring the poodle because I don't see him as much of a threat. Take a couple hits there, don't really mind too much because I know for a fact once I get into this position here, I am going to be able to just dominate everything because I have 75mm of side armor. And having 75mm of side armor has its perks, mainly being that, well, it's incredibly difficult to deal with this sort of armor whenever it's side scraping, and that is one of the main reasons I love this tank. Like, I'm on 805 damage blocked, and another good thing about this here is that it doesn't have an overhang like a lot of the German tanks have, where its tracks are. Like, if you look at the Löwe as an example, see how the tracks can go in like that and then down like this. Like, the hull actually extends out over here. So what that means is the tracks are actually all below the tank rather than on the side of the tank like it is in this case. So pretty much what that means is there's actually an easily accessible large portion of armor for you to shoot, which is not going to be covered by track armor. That's the disadvantage to that design of... In fact, there's a bunch of disadvantages to that tank design. Like, if you've ever come across a situation where a Löwe is like coming over the top of a ridge towards you, you can stick a shot through its front drive wheel and track it up in the air, and it can't do anything about it. You can just damage it because there's like a little overhang here. There's a ton of disadvantages to this design, and they're very easy to exploit once you know them. So this thing here, thanks to having the side armor all the tracks covering the side armor, it's very tricky to actually pin this thing reliably whenever it's in this sort of position. And I'm just farming this level 100% right now. So I'm on 3,000 damage already, in case you didn't notice. Like, this game's not even 3 minutes old, I'm on 3,000 damage. You know, because Russia. This tank is awesome. I love this thing. It is incredible. And that's like one of the few shots I actually bounce off in this game. And bounced off in the M6 of all tanks, which is bizarre. But I'm going to wait for this guy to expose enough of his turret again. I'm going to stick a shot into him. The IS behind me kills him off. And I'm not sure how my teammates wound up dying a lot here. I actually didn't really pay attention. I take a damage and hit from the IS there, and that's not great because I would prefer to have that health. And the STRV is going to pull around the corner. I get a shot into him, and then the IS finishes him off. So got a nice double team going here between the Russians. Now the Tiger 2 is kind of hanging out in the background. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing. What's his health bill? Oh, he's on full health. I think he's just up there like side scraping or something. Not really too concerned with that guy at the moment. Now we're in the situation here where we have an IS and a T29 coming around the corner, and I can't really stop them coming around the corner to shoot at my IS buddy over here because the IS is kind of in a bit of a situation at the moment. Now the IS, I just bounced a shot off of him there, and I'm aiming for a shot on his up front plate if I can, but T29 pulls around the corner again and takes a shot through his front armor, do a little bit more damage to him, and this IS just commits here and just is like, yep, need to kill this IS now. And unfortunately I bounced that shot off the side of the IS. Now this is where the dueling ability of the T-44 comes into play. Like, look at this. I just completely outmaneuver this IS, stick a shot into his side armor, stick another shot into him before he even gets his turret pointed at me. Now this T-29. I'm basically just going to like manipulate him into firing shots at every possible occasion. I hadn't actually realized I'm gunner's dead at this point. Hadn't even realized. And I think in a minute I am going to put him back in action, but for the moment I'm kind of having a bit of difficulty moving the turret correctly because, well, having a dead gunner is pretty distracting. And here I almost get myself killed by getting caught on the little edge of the dead IS in front of me, but I know the T-29's reload is about 10 seconds. He bounces a shot off my side armor, I immediately pop around the corner, stick another shot into his side, and now he is pretty much a one-shot kill for me. I'm banking on my reload out performing his, and well, that's him dealt with as well. So that was 2 tier 7 heavy tanks versus me, and I'm now on 5,500 damage, you know, just as you do. This tank is awesome, it really is, it's so good, it's insane. I'm on 5 kills as well. Now I'm going to go looking for the Type 64, see if we can get a knock kill, and then got my side armor. I track him in place there for a second. I'm going in on this guy as fast as I can to see if I can get the 6th kill and get the top gun just to round off this game perfectly. However, Scorpion G manages to crest the ridge and kill off the Type 64 prior to me getting around the corner. It's a little unfortunate, but I am not going to complain about a game like that where I block nearly 1800, or I block over 1700 damage in a medium tank and do 5,500 damage in a tier 8 game. And the most significant part about that is it's a tier 8 game versus tier 6s. And I did 5,500 damage. This thing, absolute just beast. I love this thing. Like, initially when I got this thing after the T-44-100 marathon, I was really disappointed in it because the mobility didn't feel anywhere near as good as the normal T-44s. And that was the main thing I loved about the standard T-44. Now I'm playing this thing again after they buffed the engine power back like up to the same amount as the normal T-44. It still feels a little slower, but it's much closer now. I fucking adore it. It is awesome. But yeah, let's go on to the post-game stats and you can see what kind of result I got for this game. So, back in a second. Okay, so we are back with the result screens. So this game was worth an ace tanker, high caliber, steel wall, nice to have a medium tank, and cool headed for that match. And even without premium count, I would have nearly made 100,000 credits prior to any deductions. And by the way, just to give you an idea of how crazy that game was, that was my first win of the day during a ×5, and that's nearly 14,000 XP. I think that's the highest number I've ever seen for that. And that honestly blew my mind when I saw that there, and 147,000 credits with the premium account. So that was 5,513 damage done, 5 kills, 1,554 base XP, and in comparison to the rest of my team, I did an absolute boatload of damage. I think adding this guy, and this guy together, I think is still less than the damage I did. And I think it's probably not far off of me doing as much damage as the rest of my team combined. I would say I'm probably missing it out by probably about 600. But yeah, that was a pretty astonishing game. I actually can't feel bad for this Type 64. He did nearly 2,600 damage in a tier 6 tank in a tier 8 game. He had a monster game. It's just a shame that I was only in my team pretty much. So yeah, feel kind of bad for that guy, but he played nicely. Like, he did get some sort of medal, so I'm assuming he got courageous resistance of some sort. And that's like a detailed report. So 30 shots fired, 27 direct hits, 23 penetrations, and you already know the damage total. 13 shots received, 5 penetrations and 8 non-penetrations for 1745 damage blocked. 78 assistance damage, not even sure where the hell that came from, but whatever. And without premium account, I would have made, it looks like 80,000 credits for that game. So yeah, some pretty monstrous credit income there, nearly 130,000 credits with premium account. So yeah, that game was absolutely insane. And by the way, yeah, you can see that I actually forgot to mention this earlier, but I did have personal reserves active because I was doing some grinding for the T28 and trying to get to the T95 because I'm kind of torn because I love the T28. I've had some more great games on it, by the way, that I'm thinking of bringing onto the channel. But I also am really excited to get the T95, so I'm kind of torn on that there. So I'm kind of 50-50 if I'm honest, like between extending the grind on the T28 or speeding it up. I'm really unsure about that, but yeah. But with the personal reserves and stuff active, that was in total 13,986 XP for that one game. So I think this pretty well shows why I love the T-44. and why I think it's an absolutely fantastic vehicle. And here's the thing, I can guarantee you, with the normal T-44, you could have done exactly the same, like I could have done exactly the same thing in this particular matchup. Like, it would have made no difference between T-44-100 and T-44. I think the like side skirts on this thing are like 3 millimeters, and yeah, there's like no difference, and the aiming time difference is like 0.1 or something like that. It's it's really tiny, minuscule differences between these vehicles are almost identical. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this gameplay in the comment section below, and what do you think is the best Russian medium tank premium? Because I think there's 3 of them in the game now. I think there's the T-54 first prototype and the T-44-100. Oh, there might just be 2. Oh no, there's 3. The STG as well. I forgot the STG. Which one do you think is best? Because I know which one I like the most. I don't think it would take much effort to guess which one I like the most. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.